I mentioned something that I think is important, and that's passion. I got into this industry a decade or so ago, and very quickly I wanted to know where you could make the most amount of money the quickest. And for me, that was in the annuities and the IUL market. See, when you go out and you make 6 grand, 8 grand, 12 grand, 26 grand, I think I made 42 grand on a case about a month and a half ago. You don't care about that porching, and you don't care about the time you got stood up, and you don't care about the people who don't answer. Because you go out on one sale and make what some people make in a year. You just don't get mad about that at all. So for me it was in that. And I believe in the products. When I look at our market, and by our market I mean I only work final expense and then some mortgage protection. The bulk of the appointments that I run are final expense appointments. And that's on purpose. I want to work with people who are 50 and over. See, because I believe that there's no better product out there than an indexed annuity for that market, my own beliefs. I got a buddy at Edward Jones, him and I disagree. I got a buddy at Merrill Lynch, him and I disagree. But I don't ever have to worry about getting a phone call, hey David, what the happened to my money? Where did it go? And all that. I'd rather a client call me up and say, hey David, why in my statement did I only get 6%? Why didn't I get 8%? Knowing that I'm never going to get the phone call about, hey, why did I just lose $32,000? All right, so I'm going to touch on a couple things, and the first one is just the intro. All right, I think we got to give ourselves a shot if we're going to write annuity business. We got to let them know that we do that. So I get a final expense lead, and I say, hey John, thanks for having me out here today. Just so you know, I'm real passionate about what I do. I share a personal story right out of the gate about a client that I had that passed away. Real story. Two young individuals, 26 and 28-year-old. Two beautiful, beautiful young blonde, like this woman right here, blonde hair, and they were a gorgeous family. They got hit head-on by a drunk driver down by the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee. All 4 of them in the car didn't make it. But just like in this room, like when Brian was talking, the whole meeting is different. They know that I'm there, and I believe in what I do, and that we're going to take this very seriously. So I let them know. I said, well, just so you know, though, I don't only do final expense. I help people with Medicare. I help people with final expense, like I said, mortgage protection. I help a lot of clients with retirement planning. I got a lot of clients who have money in a 401k and they haven't rolled it over yet. And I'm planting little seeds by saying that. I have a lot of clients who have a 401k that haven't rolled it over yet, and I'm not sure why. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be asking some questions here, and that are going to touch on many, many different areas, because I cannot give you a recommendation unless I know what your entire financial house looks like. And you'll be amazed. Danielle and I were talking about this one time. We've each written a couple annuities from you mentioned that, and people say, oh really, you do that also? I mean, it's crazy. So then, for me only, the sale is made in the financial inventory. The sale is made in the needs analysis. The financial inventory for me isn't just to find out if they have life insurance or not, find out what their medication is, and then go right into a sale. I mean, I've written, I think, $4 million. I looked at it the other day, like $1.2 million of it is off mortgage protection appointments, and $2.8 million of annuity business came from the same final expense leads that you guys are running. Same exact ones. See, I kind of like those second chance mortgage protection ones. It's kind of cocky a little bit. But I like those second chance mortgage protection ones because the number of times I go in the house and somebody only picks mortgage protection blows my mind. So what typically happens, well, never mind. But anyways, I just like it. Sorry. So the financial inventory, though, is where the sale is made. That is where you find the problem. It's not just a stopgap to get the product. You find out what they have, what they don't have, what they know, what they don't know, what they need, what they don't need, where the problem is. So you guys write this acronym down. This is the premise of everything I do, and I think that's why Mark wrote it on a piece of paper. All right. I'm not going to write it all out right now because I'm getting ready to erase it, but it's safety, access, taxes. I don't write tax deferred like a lot of people do. Most are everyday, normal John and Jane client. They don't know what tax deferral means. So I use language that they can understand. I was talking to a gentleman, he said, yeah, I haven't wrote an annuity yet. I said, well, dude, you might want to pay attention because this is simple, man. This is a presentation that I do in every house that because the client understands it, then all of you guys can do from our house. All right? Taxes, avoiding probate, rate of return, and fees. And I bring that up in the financial inventory because this gives me the ammunition to combat whatever they're getting ready to tell me that they have. All right, so somebody says they have money with XYZ brokerage company. They have mutual funds. They have stocks. I'm going to say, just like this, real sophisticated. Ooh, how do you feel about loss? I mean, that's my big question. How do you feel about loss? How does anybody in this room, I don't care if you're 20 or 80, how do you guys feel about loss? Don't like it. So the best salespeople in the world ask the right questions that we know we're going to get the answers to and then shut up. All right? And they say, I don't like it. I say the same thing every time. I say, well, I don't do things I don't like to do. I don't like to change oil, and I like to do cardio, so I don't do them things. So I'm curious, why are you in a product that you could lose if you don't like to lose? Wow. I don't know, it's what my advisor had me in, and where he wanted me to be or whatever. And I said, all right, well then how do you feel about fees? How does anybody feel about fees? Well, I don't like them. I mean, I don't know, have you ever thought maybe you're paying too much in the way of fees? Well, we did think that sometimes. Oh, I got another question for you. When you lose money, do you still have to pay those fees? I'll tell you what. I can't give a recommendation on the mortgage protection / final expense, whatever, unless I see your statement anyways. You know, I got to check this box saying that I saw it because I can't give any recommendations. So go ahead and grab it. Go ahead and grab that statement. Well, what do you need it for? I said, well, again, I can't give a recommendation if I don't know what you have. I mean, they don't allow me to. The company doesn't let me know. We play, no, they don't know. They haven't been in buying insurance 101 class, so they go and get it. And I do the same thing every single time. They give me the statement. I guess that's what they give me the statement. I go just like this every single time. They give it to me, and I say, what? And I go, why would you? I never know. It's all good. And then all of a sudden, I call it the wedge of doubt. All right. All of a sudden, they're thinking, well, why are we? They don't know. See, we gotta build enough something in their mind for them to take the next step. All right. If they say they have CDs, I talk about rate of return and access. So you guys need to study on your own. But safety, access, taxes, avoiding probate, rate of return, and fees, those give me the ammunition to ask the questions I need to in the financial inventory. All right. So then they give me the statement, I take a quick look at it, it doesn't matter what it is, I mean, I look at it like this, I say, I'll tell you what, let me just talk on this for a second. Oh, let me back up. I finished the final expense product, I finished the mortgage protection, and that's extremely important. I mean, I have a lady that rolled over 329 grand with me after buying a $32 Eagle. And I sold the $32 Eagle, not because of what I was gonna make, because now it's a client of mine, I can go back whenever I want to go see her about that statement. So then I say, all right, well, I'll tell you what. Most of my clients have 6 characteristics, and they are safety. They want to make sure in retirement that their money is 100% protected. You know, if we're going to go back to work, if we're younger, we're not in retirement yet, it's not a big deal. I don't personally care what the market does. Market goes down, I'm putting in the same amount of money, I'm buying more shares. You're not in that situation. The second one is that they have access to money. All right. The next one is that they're not paying too much in the way of taxes. Next one is that it avoids probate, goes directly to a beneficiary. Another one is make sure they're getting a good rate of return. And then ultimately that they're not paying too much in the way of fees. Right. Now, Mrs. Jones, these are the 6 characteristics of most of my clients. Did I miss anything? It's important for me to ask, did I miss anything? Because they're going to say no. I don't remember last time anybody's told me anything other than no. Did I miss anything? No. Are these 6 things important to you? Yes. So if I could show you a way, Mrs. Jones, that you could have access, I mean, I don't know if I can, but I'm going to do some work, that you can have all 6 of these things. I mean, do you want to hear more about it? Well, absolutely. See, Mark asked me one time, do I get stood up on a lot of second appointments? And I don't really. Because did I show any product? Did I give them any word that they can go on their computer and Google afterwards to see if this is good or not? They do. Whatever you guys say, I mean, go Google the you-know-what of it. Right? No, I just told them about 6 characteristics. And then I get their statement, I say, I'll tell you what, I think I might be able to help you out here. All right? See, we're stacking the deck in our own favor. What are these really the 6 characteristics of? and annuity. And I asked her, she said they're important. She said yes, they make sense to her, and she couldn't think of anything else. All right? So then I go back on the second appointment. And I set their same piece of paper down. I don't know why I'm weird like that. It's the exact same piece of paper that I did for them. Because Mrs. Jones might say something, and she might say a company name, and I might draw a little something so that we know what company it is, and I set it down. And I said, Mrs. Jones, Mr. Jones, when I left the last time, how did that conversation between the two of you guys go? You know, I have a client the other day that's all I said. And it was a good size account. I said, how did the conversation go? And Rosa said, you know what, David? Me and Dennis really talked about it, and we decided that we want to go with you. And I thought, all right, don't screw this up. So somebody asked about, like, well, how much knowledge do you use? There was very little on that appointment, I'll tell you what. All right, I said, cool, who would you like today as best fisher? And we got right into it, and I explained the product as I'm doing the application. But I say, are these 6 things still important to you? And they said yes. And I said, well, I'll tell you what. I did some homework, and I found a vehicle. Sorry, I'm talking fast. I'm squeezing probably a half-hour presentation in 15 minutes. So I said, these 6 things still important to you? Yes. Well, I'll tell you what. There's only 3 places that anybody, it doesn't matter if you're 20, if you're 70, doesn't matter what race or gender you are, doesn't matter if you're a believer or not a believer, it doesn't matter which party you vote. These are the only 3 options, financial-wise, that anybody has. The first one is extremely conservative. All right, Chris, you remember this? God once told me if you make every S a dollar sign, you make more money. I've never stopped since. All right. First one is extremely conservative. Another thing a guy said, I just love this, is he said to me one time, he was like, I'm not real good at math, but I'm extremely good at commission. I've stolen it. I've used that forever. All right. First one is extremely conservative. You're only going to earn 1 to 3% on your money. And in fact, in most cases, only 1% is guaranteed. People don't put their money in these types of accounts because of what they're going to gain, Mrs. Jones. They put it in there because fear of loss far outweighs the desire for gain. They don't put it in because of what they're going to get. They put it in there because of what they don't want to lose. All right? These are money markets, CDs, fixed types of accounts. All right? And then there's the complete opposite. This is directly in the stock market. All right? People should only have their money in these types of accounts if they're chasing the absolute highest returns that they can get. Only reason. If you don't still at this point need the highest returns, then you're probably in the wrong vehicle. All right? But on the contrary, Mr. Jones, in any negative answer, I always make them answer. All right? On the contrary, Mr. Jones, what could happen? Well, you could lose it all. And it's more powerful coming from them than coming from me. All right? Yeah, you're chasing 10, 20, 30, but you could lose 10, 20, 30.
Right.
All right? Now, Mrs. Jones, I did a little bit of homework. And there's an indexed account. All right? That it couples the advantages of both of these. All right? You have the earning power of the market. The trade-off, and I believe the best way to overcome an objection is to beat them to the punch. All right? The trade-off is that you're not going to get the whole market, because they like to always say, oh, it's too good to be true. So I'm going to beat them to that. The trade-off is you're not going to get the whole market. You're going to get 70, 80% of what the market does. So market goes up 10, you're going to get 7 to 8. Market goes up 20, you're going to get 14 to 16, so on and so forth. But when the market goes down, not if, Mr. Jones, when the market goes down, you will never, ever, 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 like over here, lose a single penny on this account. Now, Mrs. Jones, the situation that you're in right now, A, conservative, don't lose. B, could make good, could lose it all. Or C, the one in the middle here, going to make a real strong interest but won't lose a single penny. In your situation, which one makes the most sense for you? I haven't closed them all, but they pick B every single time. All right, and then I get into the illustration, which I watch AMS, and you'll be able to see exactly how that works. Let me show one more thing real quick. It'll be super, super, super quick. Real quick. If you sit down with somebody and they have money in a 401k and you don't pick it up, shame on you. Shame on you. 401k money is the all-time easiest to pick up. And I'll tell you why. You go like this. You got money in a 401k? Here's my big, powerful quote. By the way, anybody who hasn't written an annuity, can you not do what I just did up here? See, sometimes it's in your own mind about, oh man, they're going to wonder about how the mutual funds work and all that. That's all about all I explained. All right? So, I say, here's my big question. I say, you got a 401k? Now, why haven't you rolled it over yet? I don't know. I mean, that's what they say. I don't know. I said, well, you have three options when you retire and leave the company. You can leave it there, and that's the only wrong option. It doesn't matter about the other two options, but that's the only wrong option. You can leave it there, or you can roll it to your new company. Mr. Jones, are you going to be going back to work? He's 72. Are you going to be going back to work? No. Well, then the third option is what I got to help you with is we're going to roll that into an individual IRA. And that's extremely important because right now that money really isn't even yours. That money is Ford Motor Company's. See why it's got the logo on the top? So we need to move that into an individual IRA in your own money. See, a 401k, what it does is it buys shares of stock. You were contributing, company was contributing, right? Are you still putting money in that? No? Okay. Is the company still putting money in that? No. And what were they buying? Shares of stock, and the shares of stocks go up, and the shares of stocks go down, right? Well, while you were working, dumping money in, you had money to offset the losses. Now that you're not working anymore, now what do you have to offset the losses in there? Nothing. See why it makes sense to roll it over? So what we're going to do is we're going to roll that away from Ford Motor Company into an individual IRA. All right, thanks, guys.